and welcome back to the Koala English Podcast. I'm Anthony, and I'm really glad you're here with us today.
Hi, everyone. I'm Samantha. Wherever you're listening from, thank you for spending this time with us.
Before we begin, let's pause for just a moment.
Take a slow breath in and gently breathe out.
Maybe you're sitting quietly. Maybe you're walking under the sky. Maybe you're thinking about someone right now.
Someone you like, or someone you're trying to understand.
Today's topic is about something many people feel, but few people truly understand.
How emotional attachment actually forms.
Not the dramatic version we see in movies,
Not love at first sight.
but the quiet version,
The slow version.
the kind that grows in small, almost invisible moments.
We're going to explore how attraction can slowly shift into emotional attachment. How someone can begin caring without even realizing when it started. Why sometimes a person says, "I'm not looking for anything serious," and later finds themselves deeply attached.
We'll talk about curiosity,
Emotional comfort,
investment,
and the subtle psychological shifts that happen quietly inside the mind.
As always, we'll use clear, natural English.
English you can use to talk about feelings, relationships, and human behavior in your own life.
This is not about manipulation,
It's about understanding.
because when you understand how attachment forms,
You start to see relationships in a completely different way.
so take one more calm breath.
And let's begin.
Let's begin with a simple question. What is attraction?
Attraction is interest. It is when you feel pulled towards someone.
Pulled. How?
Maybe you like their smile, their voice, their confidence.
So attraction can start very quickly.
Oh, yes. Very quickly. Sometimes in just a few minutes.
That's true. Sometimes we meet someone and think, "Oh, I like this person."
Exactly. But attraction does not always mean something deep.
Right. It can be light. It can be exciting.
Yes. Attraction often feels exciting. Your heart beats a little faster. You feel curious.
So then, what is attachment?
Attachment is different. It is not just excitement. It is emotional connection.
Oh, emotional connection.
Yes. Attachment is when someone starts to matter to you, when their presence affects your mood.
That's deeper.
Definitely deeper.
So attraction says, "I like being around you."
And attachment says, "I feel different because of you."
That's powerful.
Absolutely.
Can attraction exist without attachment?
Sure. You can feel attracted to someone, but not think about them later.
Oh, that's true.
But attachment is different. You think about them even when they are not there.
You check your phone?
Yes. You notice when they don't text.
So attraction is fast.
And attachment is slow.
Attraction is about excitement.
Attachment is about emotional safety.
Oh, safety.
Yes. When you feel safe with someone, you relax. You speak freely. You are yourself.
So attraction is not loud.
No. It is quiet, but strong.
Now let's look at something important. How does the brain actually move from attraction to attachment?
Yes. What is the mechanism behind it?
It often begins with curiosity.
Curiosity sounds simple.
It is simple, but it is powerful.
How does curiosity work?
When you feel attracted to someone, your brain wants information.
Information?
Yes. Who are they? What do they think? Do they like me?
Oh, that's true.
Curiosity creates mental attention.
And attention is energy.
That's right. The more attention you give, the more space that person takes in your mind.
So what happens next?
Next, the brain begins looking for patterns.
Patterns?
Yes. It starts asking, are they consistent? Do they respond kindly? Do they feel safe?
So the brain is quietly evaluating.
Exactly. Attraction says, I like this person, but the brain asks, can I trust this person?
And if the brain feels safe?
Then comfort begins to grow.
Comfort sounds peaceful.
It is. You begin to relax during conversations. You don't think so much before speaking.
You stop trying to impress all the time.
Yes. You focus more on connecting than performing.
Does behavior change at this stage?
It does. And the changes are usually small but important.
What kind of changes?
You remember little details. You reply more thoughtfully. You choose your words more carefully.
Oh, that's very real.
You might even adjust your schedule just to make time for them.
So your behavior becomes more intentional.
Yes. And here is something very important.
What is it?
The brain forms stronger attachment to what it invests effort in.
That makes sense.
If you spend time thinking, planning, adjusting, your brain begins to create value.
So it tells you, if I'm giving this much effort, this must be important.
Exactly.
So attachment grows through effort, not only feelings.
That's right. Feelings may start attraction, but behavior builds attachment.
And where does comfort fit into this process?
Comfort develops after repeated positive experiences. You feel emotionally safer. You begin speaking more honestly. You share more personal thoughts.
So vulnerability becomes possible.
Yes, and vulnerability strengthens attachment even more.
So if we describe the process step by step, it starts with curiosity.
Then curiosity turns into focused attention.
That attention leads to effort.
Effort creates meaning.
Meaning allows emotional comfort to grow.
And emotional comfort gradually becomes attachment.
So attachment is not sudden.
No, it develops through repeated behavior, thoughtful attention, and small adjustments over time.
And often, by the time someone realizes it,
They are already attached.
now we move into something deeper.
Yes. This is where the shift becomes real.
Attraction is about feeling.
But attachment begins affecting decisions.
Exactly. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
When do you know someone truly matters?
When they affect what you choose.
Yes. At first, when you like someone, your life continues normally.
Right. You enjoy talking to them, you enjoy their presence, but your plans stay the same.
Exactly. But then something changes.
What changes?
You start considering them in small decisions.
Small decisions?
Yes. You think, if I say this, how will they feel? If I make this plan, will it affect them?
Oh, that's different.
You begin adjusting your schedule.
Without being asked?
Without being asked.
That's important.
You may choose not to go somewhere because you know they wouldn't like it.
Oh, that's true.
You may stop talking to other options.
Even if you never said it out loud.
Exactly. This is the identity shift.
Identity shift?
Yes. You stop thinking only as me.
And start thinking as
Someone connected.
Oh, that's deep.
Your choices are no longer independent.
They include the other person.
Yes. Even when they are not present.
Is this when vulnerability begins?
Absolutely.
How?
Because once someone influences your choices, they have emotional impact.
Impact?
Yes. If they leave, your structure changes.
Oh, that's powerful.
You also begin sharing more honestly.
More honestly?
Yes. Not to impress, not to attract, but to be understood.
That feels more serious.
You show parts of yourself that you don't show everyone.
Weakness?
Yes. Fears. Insecurities. Doubts.
That requires trust.
Absolutely. And here is something important.
What is it? When you become emotionally vulnerable, you are no longer just attracted. You are attached because now you are not protecting your image. You are protecting the connection.
Yes.
So the invisible shift is not just about feelings.
No. It is about integration.
Integration?
Yes. When someone becomes part of your decisions, part of your future thinking, part of your emotional identity.
And you may not even say it out loud.
You may still say, it's casual.
But your behavior tells the truth.
Definitely.
So attachment becomes clear when
you change your choices.
You adjust your behavior.
You become emotionally vulnerable.
And you begin thinking in connection, not isolation.
Yes. And once someone enters your choices,
they have entered your identity.
Actually, I remember something from my own experience.
Oh, really?
Yes. At the time, I kept telling myself, this is casual. I'm not serious.
That sounds familiar.
But one weekend, my friends invited me to travel with them.
And what happened?
Before answering, I caught myself thinking, wait, will she be free that weekend?
Oh.
No one asked me to check. No one told me to choose. But I didn't want to make a plan without knowing if she was available.
So she was already part of your decision.
Exactly. That's when I realized something had changed.
What changed?
My choices were no longer only about me, and I hadn't said I'm attached yet, but my behavior was already showing it.
That's interesting, because I had a different kind of moment.
Oh, what happened?
I remember someone criticized him in a casual way, and I reacted more strongly than I expected.
More strongly?
Yes, I felt defensive, and later I asked myself, why did that affect me so much? That was when I realized he wasn't just someone I liked. He had become someone I protected.
Now we move into something more psychological.
Yes, this is where the brain becomes very interesting.
Many people think feelings create attachment.
But sometimes effort creates attachment.
That's the surprising part. Let me ask you something.
Okay.
If you spend a lot of time on something, what usually happens?
It becomes more important to you.
Right. The brain works in a similar way. When we invest effort, time, energy, attention, the brain does not like feeling that effort was wasted.
That makes sense.
So it starts building meaning around the effort.
Meaning?
Yes. It tells us, if I'm giving this much time and thought, this must matter.
Is this connected to cognitive dissonance?
Yes, it is.
Can you explain that simply?
Of course. Cognitive dissonance happens when our actions and our beliefs do not match.
Oh, like when someone says, sometimes, I'm not serious, but behaves very seriously?
That's a good example. If a person says, this is casual, but spends hours thinking, adjusting, planning,
There is a mismatch.
yes, and the brain feels uncomfortable with that mismatch.
So how does the brain solve it?
It changes the story.
Changes the story?
Instead of saying, this doesn't matter, the brain slowly shifts to, maybe this is important.
So attachment grows because the brain wants internal consistency.
That's right.
If I keep investing energy, my mind needs a reason for it.
Yes, and that reason becomes emotional value.
Is this why people often feel more attached after giving more?
Very often, yes,
Not only after receiving affection.
but after offering effort. Think about small actions.
Okay,
You adjust your schedule. You remember details. You protect their feelings. You think before speaking.
those are repeated investments.
And repeated investment increases perceived value.
So attachment is not only emotional,
It is behavioral and cognitive.
built through what we do, not only what we feel.
Exactly. Sorry, yes, that's the idea.
So even someone who says, I don't want anything serious, can become attached
Definitely.
because their behavior may already show commitment.
And behavior slowly shapes belief.
That's powerful.
It is. The more effort someone gives, the harder it becomes to say, this means nothing.
So effort protects the connection.
Yes, the brain wants its investment to have value.
And that value becomes attachment.
That's the psychological shift.
Now we arrive at the stage where attachment stops being temporary. This is where something shifts in a deeper way. Earlier, attraction was about feeling. Then attachment became about connection.
but now it becomes about structure.
Structure. That sounds serious.
It is serious because structure means your life begins to reorganize around someone.
What does that look like in real life?
It looks like future thinking. You are no longer focused only on the next message or the next meeting. You begin thinking months ahead.
Without even noticing?
Without planning to. You might imagine a holiday and see them there. You might consider a job opportunity and think, how would this affect us?
So they are no longer separate from your plans.
Exactly. They are included automatically. And that inclusion is powerful.
This feels different from attraction.
Completely different. Attraction lives in the present. Attachment at this stage lives in the future. Attraction asks, do I enjoy this? Attachment asks, where is this going?
So the mind begins projecting forward.
Not just projecting, integrating.
What do you mean by integrating?
Integrating means they become part of your daily system. Your routines adjust, your priorities shift. You protect time for them. You think about them when making decisions.
Even decisions that don't directly involve them?
Especially those. You might avoid choices that could damage the bond. You may stop exploring other options. You begin acting in alignment with the relationship.
So behavior becomes long-term focused.
Exactly. And that's where long-term bonding begins.
Is this also when emotional intensity increases?
It becomes deeper, not louder. There's less excitement, but more weight. You feel more responsible, more aware that this connection has consequences.
Consequences?
If this person leaves, your emotional rhythm changes. Your daily habits change. Your imagined future changes.
So losing them would not only hurt emotionally.
It would disrupt your life structure. That's why this stage feels intense, not dramatic, but heavy.
Does vulnerability increase here?
Significantly, because now you are not just sharing feelings, you are sharing your long-term direction. You are allowing someone to influence your stability.
That requires trust.
A great deal of trust. And once that trust forms, the bond strengthens quickly.
Is this what emotional ownership really means?
It's the mature version of it. Not ownership as control, not possession, but belonging.
Belonging feels different from desire.
It is different. Desire wants to experience someone. Belonging wants to build with someone.
So at this stage, attachment becomes part of identity.
Exactly. When you think about your future, they are already there. When you think about stability, they are included. When you think about growth, you see it shared.
And that's when attraction has completely transformed.
At that point, it is no longer just emotional interest. It is integration. It is bonding. It's choosing someone repeatedly, not because of excitement, but because your life structure now includes them.
That feels emotionally intense in a quiet way.
It is intense because it carries permanence, and permanence is what turns attachment into something real.
There is something important we need to understand.
What is that?
Attachment does not only create closeness, it also creates sensitivity.
Sensitivity? In what way?
When you become attached, your emotional system becomes more responsive to that person. Small changes feel bigger.
Like what kind of changes?
A shorter reply, a different tone, a little distance. Attraction might ignore these things. Attachment notices them immediately.
So attachment increases emotional awareness.
It increases emotional vulnerability because now the connection feels important.
Is that why attachment can hurt more than rejection?
Absolutely. Rejection often happens before deep bonding forms. Attachment pain happens after bonding has already formed.
So the difference is timing?
Timing and depth. When you are only attracted, you lose possibility. When you are attached, you lose connection.
That feels heavier.
Much heavier. Because attachment rewires expectation. You begin expecting their presence. You expect consistency. You expect emotional availability.
And when that changes?
The nervous system reacts. You may feel anxiety, tension, restlessness. Not because you are weak, but because your emotional system adapted to them.
So attachment creates loss sensitivity.
Yes. Loss sensitivity means that the possibility of losing the bond feels threatening. Even small signs of withdrawal can feel intense.
Why does emotional withdrawal hurt so much?
Because attachment is built on emotional access. When someone pulls back emotionally, it feels like something important is disappearing.
Even if they are still physically there?
Yes. Emotional distance can hurt more than physical distance. Because attachment is emotional before it is physical.
So attachment makes us more exposed.
More exposed, but also more connected. That is the paradox.
Paradox?
Attachment gives us comfort and belonging, but it also increases the risk of pain.
So why do we still attach?
Because bonding is human. Our brains are designed for connection. Even though attachment increases sensitivity to loss, it also gives meaning, stability, and depth.
So the reason attachment hurts more than rejection is because something real was built.
Yes. Rejection removes a possibility. Attachment loss removes something that already existed.
That makes the pain feel more personal.
It feels personal because the bond became part of your emotional structure. When it weakens, you feel the shift immediately.
So attachment is powerful not only because of love,
but because of what it risks. It risks emotional withdrawal. It risks loss. And the deeper the attachment, the stronger that risk feels.
That sounds intense.
It is intense. But understanding this helps us see something clearly. Attachment is not weakness. It is depth. And depth always carries vulnerability. Let's pause for a moment.
All right, let's slow down.
Think about someone you once liked.
At the beginning, did it feel light?
Maybe even casual.
Yes, like something fun but not serious.
Now let me ask you something. When did that feeling begin to change?
Was there a specific moment?
Or was it gradual?
Did you ever cancel another plan because you preferred to see them?
And did you tell yourself it was just coincidence?
When did their opinion begin to matter more than before?
Did you ever think twice before saying something because you didn't want to hurt them?
Have you ever defended them in a conversation with someone else?
Maybe without even realizing it?
And when someone criticized them, did you feel it personally?
Did it surprise you how strongly you reacted?
Here's another question. When did you stop looking at other options?
Not because you had to.
But because it no longer felt right?
Did you ever imagine a future event and automatically include them in the picture?
A trip, a celebration, even a difficult time.
When did their stress begin to affect your mood?
When did their silence make you uneasy?
Was there a quiet thought that said, if they leave, this will hurt?
And did that thought feel heavier than you expected?
Looking back now, can you see the shift?
Not in words, but in your behavior.
That's often how attachment reveals itself.
Not through a big declaration.
But through small decisions.
Small protections.
Small emotional reactions.
So maybe the real question is,
when did you begin choosing them without announcing it?
And once you started choosing them, was it already attachment?
Before we finish, let's review today's key words. But this time, let's practice how to actually use them.
Yes, not definitions. Real sentences you can say in conversation.
Let's start with attraction. You can say, I feel attracted to them, but I'm not sure why.
Or, there's definitely attraction, but I don't know if it's serious.
Now, attachment. You might say, I think I'm getting emotionally attached.
Or, I didn't plan this, but I'm more attached than I expected.
Next, investment. You can say, I've invested a lot of time into this relationship.
Or even, maybe I'm attached because I've invested so much energy.
What about uncertainty?
You might say, the uncertainty is making me think about them more.
Or, I don't know where this is going, and that uncertainty feels intense.
Now, emotional safety.
You could say, I feel emotionally safe with them.
Or, I can be myself around them. That feels safe.
Let's try protector instinct.
You might say, I noticed I feel protective of them.
Or, when someone spoke badly about them, I felt defensive.
And finally, emotional ownership.
You could say, it feels like they're my person.
Or, I don't want to control them. I just feel deeply connected.
These phrases are simple,
but they help you express complex emotions clearly.
and sometimes saying the feeling out loud
Helps you understand it better. As we come to the end of today's episode, thank you for sharing this thoughtful time with us.
We truly appreciate your calm attention and your openness to explore something emotional and meaningful.
We hope this conversation about how attraction turns into attachment helps you understand your feelings a little more clearly.
And perhaps it helps you recognize those quiet moments when something casual slowly becomes important.
Attachment doesn't always arrive loudly.
It grows through repeated choices, quiet adjustments, and emotional openness.
If today's episode felt meaningful to you,
Please like and subscribe to the Koala English Podcast.
You are always welcome to leave a comment and share your experience.
Have you ever noticed the invisible shift from attraction to attachment?
When did you realize someone truly mattered to you?
Your reflections matter to us.
They make this space more human, more real, more connected.
Thank you for learning and growing with us.
Be gentle with your heart. Stay aware of your emotional patterns. And remember, understanding your feelings is the first step towards emotional maturity.
We'll see you next time on the Koala English Podcast.
Bye, everyone.